Hello, Star Wars enthusiasts, and welcome to the Secrets of the Galaxy Sundays. Today, we're diving deep into a question that has puzzled fans for decades. Why did Yoda, one of the most powerful Jedi Masters in history, choose Dagobah as his place of exile? When Order 66 decimated the Jedi Order and the Republic fell, Yoda disappeared into the depths of the galaxy, vanishing without a trace. But why Dagobah? Why not a more hospitable planet? Or a hidden Jedi stronghold? The answer isn't as simple as he wanted to hide. In fact, Yoda's decision was deeply rooted in strategy, mysticism, and even his own failures. So grab your lightsabers and prepare for a deep dive into Star Wars lore as we uncover the many layers behind Yoda's self-imposed exile. The aftermath of Order 66, why Yoda had to hide. To understand Yoda's exile, we first need to revisit the catastrophic event that led to it, Order 66. As the Clone Wars drew to a close, Emperor Palpatine executed his long-awaited plan, the Great Jedi Purge. The clones, once loyal allies, turned on their Jedi commanders, slaughtering them across the galaxy. The Jedi Temple on Coruscant burned, and the Sith finally succeeded in wiping out their greatest enemies. Yoda, sensing the immense disturbance in the Force, travelled back to Coruscant to confront the Sith. But after his duel with Emperor Palpatine ended in failure, he realised something crucial. The Jedi had lost. There was no last stand to be made, no glorious battle that would turn the tide. The only hope for the Jedi's survival lay in retreat and patience. With the Empire now in total control and the Jedi being hunted down, Yoda had to disappear entirely. His survival depended on finding a place so remote, so concealed within the galaxy, that neither Sith nor Imperial forces would ever think to look for him. But that still leaves the question, why Dagobah? One of the most practical reasons for Yoda's exile on Dagobah was its extreme remoteness. Dagobah is located in the Sluice sector of the Outer Rim, far from major hyperspace lanes. This means it wasn't a planet one would simply stumble across by accident. It was deep in the galactic wilderness. For an empire hunting down Jedi with extreme precision, a world like Dagobah was a perfect place to disappear. Additionally, the planet had no intelligent life, no cities, no advanced technology. Unlike Tatooine, which had settlements like Mos Eisley and Mos Espa, or even distant planet like Acto, which had ancient ruins, Dagobah was pure wilderness. This meant there was no risk of betrayal, no one to give away his location. The Empire, which was focused on industrializing and militarizing the galaxy, had little interest in a swampy, inhospitable planet that had no resources of value. But there was something even more important about Dagobah, something that went beyond mere geography. The Force Nexus, a cloak against the dark side. One of the most intriguing aspects of Dagobah is that it's what's known as a Force Nexus, a place where the Force is incredibly strong, particularly the light side. Throughout Star Wars lore, certain planets are tied to Force in profound ways. We've seen this with planets like Acto, the site of the first Jedi Temple, and Moraband, the ancient homeworld of the Sith. Dagobah is one such place, a world teeming with life and raw, untamed energy. But the most crucial detail, Dagobah contained a specific location known as the Darkside Cave. This mysterious cave, thick with an unnatural darkness, was a concentrated wellspring of darkside energy. Yoda himself had encountered it before. He knew that such a powerful presence of the dark side could serve an unexpected purpose. It could shield him from the Sith. Palpatine and Vader relied heavily on their ability to sense through the Force, tracking down remaining Jedi by feeling their presence across the galaxy. But Dagobah's dark side energies acted as an interference, masking Yoda's own powerful light side signature. The Sith would be unable to pinpoint him, as the natural darkness of the cave balanced out his own presence in the Force. It was the ultimate hiding spot, not just physically, but spiritually. Now for Yoda's prior knowledge of Dagobah. Many fans may not realise that Yoda had actually been to Dagobah before. His connection to the planet wasn't random, it was chosen with careful thought. In the Clone Wars era Dark Rendezvous novel, which is now considered Legends, Dagobah was already associated with the Jedi Master as a place of meditation. But more importantly, in the Clone Wars series, Yoda travelled to Dagobah during his journey to learn the secrets of becoming a Force ghost. During the final episodes of the Clone Wars, Yoda received a vision from Qui-Gon Jinn's disembodied voice. Qui-Gon guided him to Dagobah, where Yoda experienced intense visions that prepared him for his next steps in understanding the Force. This meant that by the time Order 66 happened, Yoda already had a deep familiarity with Dagobah. It was a place he knew well, a place that held mystical significance, and a place where he had once encountered teachings beyond the Jedi's traditional training. In many ways, his exile there was almost fated. Beyond the practical and mystical reasons, there was also a deeply personal reason Yoda chose exile. Guilt. For over 800 years, Yoda had trained Jedi. He had guided the Order through war, peace, and everything in between. But despite all his wisdom, he had failed. The Jedi Order had fallen under his watch. His students, his family had been slaughtered. Anakin Skywalker, the chosen one, he had doubted but ultimately accepted, had become the Sith Lord that destroyed everything. Yoda knew that the Jedi had been blinded by arrogance. They had allowed themselves to become warriors instead of peacekeepers, to be generals instead of monks, and in their obsession with maintaining the Republic, they had failed to see that the Sith's true plan unfolding before them. Dagobah wasn't just a hiding place, it was his place of reflection, his own version of self-imposed exile, not just from the Empire, but from the mistakes of his past. For 20 years, Yoda meditated, reflected, and prepared. When Luke Skywalker finally arrived, it was the moment Yoda had waited for, the chance to correct the mistakes of the past and pass on what he had learned. In summary, Dagobah wasn't just a random exile location. It was chosen carefully for a multitude of reasons. Its remoteness made it almost impossible to find. Its lack of civilization meant there were no witnesses to betray him. Its natural dark side energies shielded him from Sith detection. His prior connection to the planet made it a familiar place of meditation. And finally, his guilt meant he sought solitude to reflect on his failures. Yoda's choice of Dagobah was a masterstroke of survival, wisdom, and self-exile. It was the perfect place for the last Jedi Master to wait, learn, and prepare for the return of the Jedi. But what do you think? Could Yoda have chosen a different hiding place? Or was Dagobah truly the best choice? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the mysteries of Star Wars.